peace officer.
810 at Colorado's 740 KVOR. Nice to have you here. Jim Arthur, Renee Roberts, and time once again for Money Mondays on KVOR with Accelerated Wealth with Chris Abeyta and Doug Berkey as we talk about not only protecting your dollars, but growing your dollars even in the retirement years. Chris, good morning. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Jim. Great on this snowy day.
I know it. Doug Berkey's on the phone with us as well. Doug, how you doing this morning?
Excellent.
We're going to talk about Social Security. And Chris, to me, Social Security seems to be a topic where I think most of us understand the basics of what Social Security is, but we don't know much more than that, and that's where the rubber meets the road a little bit.
It really does. You know, you get your Social Security. A lot of people take it at 62, maybe at 66 in a few months, and maybe at 70. But the real question, Jim, is when is the best time to take it? Because if you take it at the wrong time, you could be leaving tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table.
Now, we only have, this is interesting in the Springs, only 2 certified planners in the Springs for the Social Security Association, which
Correct.
is a little bit of an offshoot of the Social Security Administration, still the same group of folks. And one of them is Doug, who's on the phone with us. Doug, talk a little bit about your certification and what that certification certainly means.
Well, mainly what it means, Jim, is that we've gone through extensive classes and training as to how to show folks how to maximize their Social Security benefits, how to use the strategies that are available to get the maximum dollars for your money. Unfortunately, it's a body of knowledge that is not extended in training to the people that work at the Social Security Administration. So you pretty much have to look to outside folks such as ourselves to get this.
And that's important because if you just simply call up the Social Security Administration and ask them, what is the best way to take it? When is the best time? How do I get the most? They are specifically instructed not to give you advice on to how to optimize and maximize your Social Security. And, you know, Social Security is so important. You've been paying into it probably for 30 or 40 years before you finally get to retirement. Doesn't it make sense that you want to take as much as you possibly can over the 25 or 30 years that you're going to be retired?
See, and here I am, and here we all are. We've worked so hard to put money into this for 40, 50 years. We should be getting every nickel and dime due to us out of it. But, Doug, it doesn't always work that way, does it?
Well, no, and in fact, from the Social Security Administration's own numbers, Jim, they say that 94% of the population does not optimize or maximize their Social Security benefit.
That's a troubling number. So there's money out there that folks right now earning Social Security, they may not be getting all the money, Chris, that they're due.
That's exactly right. And so it's very important that, especially if you're married and you're not taking Social Security yet or you've not been taking it for more than a year, that you give us a call. What we do is we can help you actually run a report specifically optimizing all the different ways that you can do that. And, Jim, this is why this is so important. You put all this money in for 40, 50 years, and Social Security is the foundation. It is the base for so many people's retirement. Then on top of that comes a pension, and then on top of that comes all the money you've saved in your IRAs and 401ks. But in order to optimize your Social Security, you have to look at all the options. And I know there's several hundred options to choose from, and the only way to do that really is to run it through a computer system and actually get the optimal report for yourself.
Doug, I'm listening to Chris talk about this. It sounds so complicated. And that's why we have folks, thankfully, like you and Chris, who can kind of walk us through this, especially the part that, a lot of us, I'll be honest with you, and I'm going to raise my hand here, that are tired of working, okay? and 62 can't come soon enough, but that might not be the right time for all of us, Doug, to retire and take advantage of Social Security, correct?
Well, the challenge, Jim, is people are living so much longer. And once you've taken that Social Security benefit for a year, it becomes an irreversible decision. And so you want to make your money last as long as possible. The income from Social Security for the average family in America represents about 36% of their retirement income. And if by deferring for 3 or 4 years and possibly spending down some other assets to give you the ability to defer and take that Social Security that could potentially be 25 to 30% higher in your retirement years could be a tremendous benefit for you. For many people, it's a difference of $500, $600, $700, even $800 between taking it at 62 per month.
That's a lot of money when it stacks up over the years. And Chris, I'm listening to this, and you hear about the complexities of Social Security. One of the keys, it sounds like, is not to wait until you're retired to try to understand all this and get involved in all this.
You're exactly right. Part of this is Social Security, as Doug just said, is about 36% of most people's retirement income. Well, what if we can make it 40%? What if we can boost that up or increase your overall income over your entire retirement? So it's really about pulling all these pieces together before you get retired, taking a look at how can I optimize my Social Security, whether that's 5, 6, 7 years before you take it, as well as adding in, if you've got a pension, as well as adding in, how do I convert some of my IRAs or my 401ks into the income that I'm going to need to be able to enjoy life, to actually retire, not have to go back to work, and really enjoy my years.
And Chris, to top all that off, you and Doug host the Retirement Income Planning Workshops, which are very beneficial for couples.
We do. People learn so much. In fact, we're doing those March 4th and 5th. All you have to do is give us a call at 466-5634. That's 466-5634 for March 4th and 5th. We're doing those in our office. It's not a dinner seminar. You just come, get educated. We're going to walk through Social Security as well as income planning and how to put all those pieces together to really project out what your retirement can look like. And when people do this, they really get a sense of hope, confidence, and peace of mind about what their future projection looks like for retirement.
Doug, they say knowledge is power, and having this knowledge, especially before you retire, sounds like it could really make a difference in how much money you're getting from Social Security every month.
It really can, Jim, and it's tough to make a good decision if you don't know what all your choices are, and that's part of this process, is that if people can come to us with their Social Security numbers, what are they going to get at 62, 66, and 70, then we can take that information and run it through the computer analysis. We'll generate a 16-page report for them, which will give them great detail, and they'll understand their choices.
Fellas, we got to run. If you want to be part of those workshops, 466-5634. Sign up today, 466-5634. Remember, also, you can email us your questions on KVOR's Money Mondays at money@kvor.com. Money@kvor.com. Tell you what, it's good to know you want your money working for you, not the other way around. Chris Abeyta, Doug Berkey, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Jim.
With Accelerated Wealth every Monday, Money Mondays at 8:10 on Colorado 740, KVOR 817. Right now, traffic and weather together. Sean Martinez.
Brought to you by Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer. Still have that crash